Bow, chicka wow wow. What's up, party people? Welcome to another episode of Elcuvate Your Life. I am your hostess with the mostess. L as in the letter L, and key as in the key to your heart. I always try to make sure that everybody can see the heart. And bear with me. Ooh, I just got done walking Chanel and it's a little breezy. Oh, let me not forget to introduce our co-host. Say hello, Chanel. Hello, everyone. I'm just happy to be sitting on my mom's lap. And there we have it. So I thought I would mix things up a little bit for you guys and sit in front of this beautiful beach background since I have the place to myself today. So I thought I'd give you a different background. What do you think? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Love? Let me know your thoughts. Normally, just so you know, the reason I have to record in a very different setting is because the sound is better there. It's not as echoey and it's a little bit more insulated. So I'm hoping that we don't hear neighbors, kids, fire trucks, you know, the whole nine. Anyway, let's get into it. Thank you for joining me today. As you can see, it was a summery kind of day. Let me adjust the girls here. Man, I am a hot mess. But I appreciate you indulging with me. So yes, for those of you that don't know, summer is my favorite time of year. I love being out in the sun. I love lounging at the pool, going swimming, working on my tan, which I desperately need to do. I think this is just from being outside with the kiddos, to be quite honest. But yeah, this girl right here needs a tan. So I want to thank everybody before I forget. I want to make sure to thank everybody for chiming in on my YouTube channel and on the podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, all of the platforms, and sharing your thoughts and viewpoints on what I've had to say about relationships. It has been super helpful. It has created a comfortable space where I can ask what the women are looking for and ask what the men are looking for and offer you perspective from both sides, which I've done. Sorry guys, I'm just now realizing I forgot to turn on my lights and I don't know if they're gonna stay. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Editing, gotta love it. Okay. So what I wanted to make sure that I touched on is what men are looking for, what women are looking for, and how to come together as good partners. We talked about, you know, the 2-2-2 rule, which was super helpful. It's kind of funny. Mike Kaufman, I believe you're the one that wrote this, was like, oh, this is all meant for me. And I was just thinking to myself, did you say that because we have not followed any of those 2-2 rules? What is the reason that you're saying that? But anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. I kind of chuckled to myself about it. But yeah, we haven't. And there's a lot of people. No, babies, we're not going to bark. Remember, we're on camera. We can't bark. No, no, no. Anyway, so I promised you some things and I'm going to deliver on those things. So first of all, I wanted to let you know that, yeah, you see my little trusty notepad back there. I'll be using that. Let me just take a sip of water here. Okay, so I promised you that I would share some insightful tips, another tool for the toolbox, if you will. What I mean by that is, for those of you that may or may not know about astrology, astrology can sometimes play a part in the person that you choose because they may or may not be compatible with you. I'm here to give you some knowledge. I'm here to spit some knowledge, give you some intel. And first of all, okay, so I told you on the last episode, if you recall, I said that one of the ways my mom and I bonded was over astrology. My mom was a big reader. My mom, my grandma, basically everyone in my family, with the exception of me, until she gifted me the book Your Inner Child of the Past and everything you need to know about astrology. And the reason she did that is, one, it was an interest of hers, and two, she knew I was in customer service and sales, and she said, this is going to be a great tool for you when you're talking to people, so it will help you on how to approach people depending on their sign. And then I shared a little tip, which I confirmed with my Libra girlfriend, about Libras. Before they make decisions, they have to balance out the scales, right? So you propose something to them, and it could be something they totally need and want. They need to balance out the scales, the pros and the cons, before they will make that purchase. So I think it's actually really smart. In the sales world, it can definitely be kind of frustrating, sometimes annoying, but respect. You need to think about the pros and the cons before you make this purchase, and it's so much better than a fire sign, for example, who is like, where do I sign? I'm in. Oh, this is going to cost me $1,000 and it's going to do this for me. Great. Where do I sign? And yes, so there's that. So I promised you that I would be sharing some inside information, and I can't give you everything all at once. I have to kind of spread it out. So my trusty notepad, because apologies, I didn't memorize all of this. But I wanted to share some of the signs and some of the most compatible signs. And hopefully one of these is you. So let's dive into it and see. First things first. Oh wait, sorry, squirrel. I want to give a shout out to my listeners, my subscribers. Much love to my students, my colleagues, my friends. Y'all have really stepped up with the subscribes and the likes and the follows and the shares. So thank you for that. And thank you for sharing your feedback. It helps me to improve on my pod. So, you know, constructive criticism can be tricky. However, I have developed a thicker skin throughout this time, and it's only going to make me better. So thank you. I appreciate your questions, your feedback, and keep it coming. Okay. So also shout out to Persimmon Dental and Persimmon Plaza in Dublin. They're the ones that are responsible for keeping my teeth so straight and white, and love them. The whole staff is just amazing. And if you're looking for a family dental, highly recommend them. #Elkivate. They'll take good care of you. And I mean, if I could list everybody, I would, but that would take the whole podcast. So we're not going to do that. So let's dive in, okay? For those of you that don't know these, I'll elaborate as well as I go along. So, starting with Aries and Leo, both fire. So if you didn't know, Aries and Leo. And you know what? I didn't write the birth dates, but let me give you an idea. Aries is usually later part of March. So after, what is it, the 22nd, 23rd of March until, it's usually like a 30-day time frame. So let's say 22nd, 23rd of March into 22nd, 23rd of April. I don't know the exact date, but I'm throwing it out there. That would be Aries. And Leo, summer baby, is August. So July 20 something to August, mid-August, okay? Both fire signs love adventure. Both are great leaders and great in leadership. They both inspire each other. And so that is one of the most compatibles. That's what I'm reading tonight, are the most compatible signs. So y'all can write, jump in, comment. Hey, I want to know my sign. What about this? What about that? By the way, I have to say, I have become such a savant of horoscopes, astrology, that a lot of them I can guess. I can guess you by your personality, by your looks. I'll give you an example. Leos tend to have a mane, like they tend to have a lot of hair. That's something Leos are known for. And they usually have a very strong presence about them. So depending on what other signs they have as their, depending on where the planets are, I'll get into that later. But anyway, so Aries and Leo, good compatible match. Would you agree, Chanel? What do you think? She's like, I'm just keeping an eye on anybody that's trying to come into our space. Let's hope there's no barking involved. Next we have Taurus and Cancer. Love me some Taurus and Cancer. I'm biased, Cancer. But Taurus, this one's for you, Kyle and Travis, and who else can I think of that I know that's a Taurus? I'll get back to you on that. Those are the ones that come to the mind, just right off the dome. So Taurus and Cancer. Taurus is an earth sign. Cancer, water sign. Well, the earth sign appreciates Cancer's nurturing, emotional nature, and Cancer finds security in Taurus's stability. I have to say, this is true. In my past relationships, I've been with a couple of Tauruses, even though one was an Aries influence, and it was a very good combination. So I speak from experience. Guys, this is for fun, entertainment, insight, another tool to your toolbox. You don't have to believe in it. You can disagree in it. I hope that it will, get you thinking about things and just go, oh my God, this is so true. Because this is how I like to explain it when I talk about astrology. This is my theory, okay? Aren't we affected if there is the first rainy day of the season? It's like, oh God, it's so ugly outside. All I want to do is stay inside, have some hot chocolate, sit by a fire and watch Netflix and, chillax and watch movies, right? It's not like, hey, it's raining outside. Let's go outside and go somewhere. Not that you can't, but it has an impact on our mood. So when it's a beautiful sunny day, you're like, oh my God, the sun is shining, the flowers are blooming, the birds are chirping. Let's go for a hike, walk, run, picnic, play ball, bicycle ride. You picking up what I'm putting down, right? So why wouldn't the time, date, when we were born, why wouldn't that influence who we've become based on the planets and where the sun is, the moon is, all of that? Why wouldn't that impact us? That's my theory, okay? There you go. Moving right along. Libra and Gemini. For those of you that don't know, Libra and Gemini are air. Okay, and you can usually spot a Libra or a Gemini because they like to talk, they're sociable, they're fun, they're insightful. Gemini's charming. Geminis are the thinkers of the world. They're always learning. They always want to be reading, learning, studying, thinking about things. They also have a charming side to them. So they can be very witty, charming, fun, creative. Same goes for the Libra. So if you think of air, right? And then you imagine Libra and Gemini. It's, there's an ebb and a flow, and that's very much how they can be. So Libra and Gemini, both air, social, intellectual, enjoy lively, stimulating relationship. So with these two, it's like they want to go places, they want to do things. It's usually luxury things. They are not down to, not to say that they don't like simple things, but they do like the finer things, especially the Libras. They like the finer things in life. Like they would rather go to a bed and breakfast than say, hey, let's go camping on the lake. And by the way, they only have porta potties and you'll have to take a bath in the lake. Chances are your Libra friend is not going with you. Unless other planets, stars involved, depending on the time, yada yada. That's where I'm going with that. But Geminis are very much the thinkers, the learners, the analyzers, creative, whether it be their clothes, their makeup, painting, drawing, that sort of thing. So, okay, here's my disclaimer that I was trying to share with you. These are general guidelines. Individuals can vary greatly depending on other factors in a person's birth chart, such as the position of the planet, the time they were born, yada yada. So some of you might be going, that is not me, that is not true, that is not accurate. Well, it's all a matter of perspective. These are general guidelines. It all depends on your chart. For example, I'll use myself as an example again. I'm a Cancer. However, I have a lot of fire influences in me. Aries, Scorpio. I also have Gemini, Virgo. I've had my chart done a million times. And so what does that mean? So the Virgo in me, or the Aries in me, is always analyzing things, always analyzing people's actions, thoughts, my own thoughts, etc. The Aries in me very much wants to be a leader and lead people, whether it be in my job, my personal life, with friends. I mean, perfect example. I'm a special ed aide, so I am known as Mama Elkie, right? And funny story. So oftentimes at school, when nobody wants to ask, do we have to stay for this meeting? What are we doing for the class? What is Miss Elkie? You go ask. I'm the one that's bold enough to go and ask because I'm like, what's the worst they can do to me? What's the worst they could say? So, just to give you some little tidbit about Mama Elkie. Okay, next we have Virgo and Pisces. Speaking of Virgo, analytical. Virgos can be very much analyzing things in their head, sometimes over analyzing things they read, think, do, but that also is a strength of theirs. They're great at analyzing data and dissecting it and explaining it to you, right? So Virgo and Pisces. So Virgo is earth and Pisces is water. Analytical minds can be balanced. So analytical mind, Virgo, can be balanced by Pisces intuition and creativity. There's another creative one. They say that the water signs, actually that's not even true. How can I break this down? So, Pisces are known to be creative creatures. Same with same with Cancer, but it could be in different ways. So it doesn't mean, oh, I can draw, paint, that sort of thing, because I'll be honest, I can't paint and I could show you some paintings on the wall over here of my daughters, my Sagittarius daughter, who can just pick up anything and draw anything. She can, whatever it is. Oh, yeah, you're inviting me skiing? Let's go. She can do it like that. Can paint a mural at just, here's a picture, paint this. She can do it. Henna. Well, for Mother's Day one day, we both painted pictures, and mine looks like something from somebody in elementary or middle school, and hers looks like a Picasso. But anyway, so Pisces can be very creative, also sensitive creatures. So I want you to think about things. Virgo is Virgo the Virgin. So, they hold themselves very proudly, and Pisces, think of a fish. Pisces is the fish. Same like Cancer is the crab. So I should kind of elaborate on those things, huh? So Libra, I told you, is the scales. Gemini is the twin. Gemini twins. And I often say good twin, bad twin. And it's not meant to be cruel. It's just that they have a very charming, likable, witty side. Get on their bad side, they will quickly turn on you. So, the twins. So, it depends on which twin you get. Also, I told you about the fire signs. Aries and Leo. Aries and Leo, very fiery creatures. Leo the lion, leader of the jungle, right? Got the mane, wants to be the leader, wants to lead the pack, therefore always striving to be the best. Aries is also this way. Aries, very fiery, very determined, also quick-witted, usually fast talker, maybe not a lot of patience. Yeah, let's see. And I told you about Taurus. So Taurus is the bull, and Taurus can be smooth sailing until, I'll got the bull, you're gonna get the horns. So they can be the most patient, kind, warm, earthy, grounded people until you poke, 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 or raise up that red flag, blanket, towel, whatever you want to call it. They'll come for you. So, a little bit of knowledge thought I'd share with you guys. So, maybe if you're dating or interested in somebody or talking to somebody or whatever the case may be, maybe you want to ask them, hey, when's your birthday? Do you know what sign you are? Do you believe in that stuff? I do. Just curious. And find out. I mean, if nothing else, wouldn't it be fun to just have another tool in your toolbox for when you need access to this information? Like, oh, okay, you know, the Taurus is this, so I'm gonna take him out to a dinner that's very earthy because it's an earth sign. Or maybe you notice that the Taurus wears earth colors. And Aries and Leo, well, Aries tend to wear red because they're fire. Leo is just more kind of on the creative side, but I want you guys to think about that the next time you're like, they have a great head of hair. I wonder if they're this. And they have some great leadership qualities. It's just a fun little thing that I have used in my sales days, and it's proven to be helpful. And like I said, I've tested my theory many a times. I've even asked people like, oh, are you this? Yeah, I could tell. Aquarians are the humanitarians. They're the do-gooders of the world. So I have a lot more knowledge where that came from, but I want to get your feedback. Was this helpful to you? Do you want to know what sign you're compatible? Did I not discuss your sign? If I didn't, I'm happy to pull it out and talk to you about it. And let me make sure that I go back to Persimmon Dental. If you are looking for a dentist, Persimmon Dental, they are located in the Persimmon Plaza in Dublin, and the whole staff is wonderful, and that is where you can get all of your family dental needs. Be sure to do #Elkivate if you go there. Also, shout out to Kyle Few, Professor Kyle, Dr. Kyle. Thank you for always providing me a listening ear, a loyal heart, a space that we can talk in, and always providing me knowledge. By the way, Taurus, very grounded. Let's see, Jeff Para, namaste. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a loyal subscriber to me. I appreciate you, friend. Lisa Roberts Carvello, still waiting to have that girls' night, couples' night, dancing. Hey, maybe I'll see you this weekend. I'm going to be going out in town and seeing a band that we both enjoy. So who knows? Maybe I'll see you there. And Mike Kaufman, thank you for being a loyal subscriber. Hope that you are doing well on your water sales in the Sacramento area. Did I leave anybody out? Kara Kenfield. Oops, almost forgot. Sorry. Kara Kenfeld, thank you for being a loyal listener, subscriber. I hope that all the people I mentioned also listen, watch, like, share, subscribe. If you don't, it would be really nice if you do. Like, share, comment. Okay, so going back to Kara. Where do I begin? It's a long list. Super talented. She cooks. She is a dancer. She has a website, lovemyartist.etsy.com, and she has everything from wedding favors. She made these beautiful sand dollar ornaments that were like wedding favors that she hand painted and glittered, and was such a beautiful creative idea. I think it was for a beach wedding, if I recall. Anyway, she also has clothing, poetry, music. It's like a music video montage for people for birthdays and holidays or anniversaries. She puts music to that. Super talented. What else? A lot of her items have her artistry on them. She does like graphic design sort of things. So it might be a design, it might be a poem, it might be a song, it might be, check out lovemyartist.etsy.com. And Tom Guzik. Tom Guzik is her other half, and his art is more rustic approach. So like wall art, ornaments, things of that nature. And his is minerspickstudios.etsy.com. I think that covers everybody. Thank you to my listeners, likes, subscribes. Thank you for watching, listening, sharing your feedback. Please continue to do so. I can't get better if you don't chime in and tell me. And, you know, if you're sick of this topic or you want to talk about something else, please write in, text in, share your thoughts, ideas, concerns, questions. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Apple. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Amazon Music. All the other platforms. Elevate your life. And so the platforms that you can actually write in, text in, whatever, Buzzsprout, Amazon Music, Apple. I don't really see a place where you can comment for Spotify. If you do, please let me know, because I have friends that are on Spotify that are like, I watch, I listen, but I don't see anywhere to comment or leave reviews. And Apple, Amazon Music, YouTube, Buzzsprout, they give you the opportunity to do those things. So that's what's going to help the algorithm. I need your help. Help me. Help you. Okay. So that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Say bye to my co-host. Say bye, Chanel. Say bye. Yeah, Ma. Can we just go to a more comfortable spot? This is not comfortable for me. All right. Ciao for now.